hey, I'm only a mile away, I'll be right there. So put the phone down, put it between my legs, and then I speed up, right? I remember like getting up to probably about like 65 miles per hour. When I'd gotten to the accident, I'd kind of ramped a ditch and there was a telephone pole there and I hit it and wrapped around. So I was pinned down in the car and started to feel a little bit more like physical pain. And it took them 45 minutes to an hour to get me out of the car. They had to use the jaws of life. They kind of had to bend the car off of the pole because I was pinned down in there. So it took a while and it was probably one of the longest hours of my life. And they knew my right leg was broken. And then on my left leg, I had kind of a red mark on like the side of it. And their thought was it was just like a burn at first. So they had me in surgery for about 13 hours and they had this machine they would run over my foot. And at a certain point, like they were touching my foot and I just couldn't even tell. And eventually at some point they had to decide to like amputate it. And I remember waking up after it and like having to lift up the covers and make sure that like, hey, this had like happened. And I had a good support system. I had kind of like a good background to like get through it. But at the same time, it's just like, man, what did I do to end up in this situation? And it was my actions, when I was driving that day. There's the inexperience, not having my license, the speeding, it's just, you don't want to add those things up together, So my thing was, it was a quick learning lesson for me that like, hey, life isn't something to like mess around with and take for granted, like in a sense, or like when you're driving, like it's serious.